Welcome back to the Crypto Arc. This is Jay, and I got a lot of cryptocurrency news to cover for you guys today. But before I get started, just remember that I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't take my words as financial advice. Always be doing your own research, alright? But also remember that I am your friend and not these mainstream media narratives. Alright, so let's get started with this 48 Laws of Power quote. I love 48 Laws of Power, man, because it's so realistic. So this is from 50 Cent. Never be a minion, always be an owner. And moving towards the new economy, people are going to learn how to become their own central bank because decentralized finance is exactly what that is. And according to Brian Brooks, DeFi is the future of banking. And yeah, people will learn how to become their own bank. And these hard wallets, soft wallets, they allow you to basically lend, exchange coins as well, and also store your coins in there. So, yeah, if you don't know that already, well, now you know. And also, see this tip button right here? Yeah, I never really spoke about this nor ever tried it, but I'm gonna touch on that in a couple of articles. But let's get started with a different one first. So here we have Harmony, Harmony One, ONE, organizing a 1 million hackathon to bridge DeFi and traditional finance. Now, when it comes to evolving, one of the best ways to evolve and find new solutions to a problem is to basically hire brighter minds to the situation. And that's what the New World Order likes to do. They like to invest in these universities, colleges, and then basically have the newer generation solve their own problem. So that way they don't have to do most of the work. So overall, this is good for mass adoption as well as getting people involved in crypto because people need to have an easier way of moving from traditional finance to decentralized finance. And whichever company can do that in a seamless manner to move the masses, that is the company that's going to get a lot of support from the central bank. And you know what? That is just my honest opinion. And when you think about it, it really makes sense because the central banks, those guys are the ones that are really controlling the whole entire globe. And if they want people to move towards blockchain, you know what? They're going to hire people to solve that issue for them because they got other things in their mind. All right. Oh, wait. I want to bring out this one too. So, the blockchain disclosed that it would sponsor the hackathon in June. According to the blockchain, it aims to reach 10 billion users, which is a way to achieve it. Now, I don't exactly know where they're going to find 10 billion users because I checked in Google on the current population of last year, 2020, it was only 7.8 billion. So I don't know where those people are coming from. They could be aliens for all we know. But I remembered that a couple years ago too that a certain artificial intelligence bot became a citizen, and I do believe that the other 2 point something billion users are going to be them. Let's take a look. This is Sophia bot right here, that Singularity Net bot. In 2017, social robot Sophia was given citizenship of Saudi Arabia. And she's not the first one. She has a sister called Grace. Both of them are basically working in healthcare. So these guys, these robots, are basically the main users of crypto in the future. So I do believe that artificial intelligence is, or are the other 2 point something billion users that they spoke about here. But this could be a typo itself. But regardless of that, robots are becoming citizens. So I don't know. All right. So not that one. All right. So next one. Here we have ADA Cardano near oversold levels. Why Cardano could retake previous highs. Actually, I should have opened this up. That way I can show you guys the chart and show you what the heck I'm talking about. I apologize for the delay and also the slowness. My laptop is very slow. Okay, this is like 5-6 years old. It's a MacBook Air. All right, Cardano. Yo, I moved in on this thing when it was like 10 cents last year, so I'm still at profit, so whatever pullbacks it does, I don't give a damn. And I have it staking as well, so it's just doing its thing. So previous highs was around like 2.30 cents, and right now Cardano is in the Alonso rollout phase. And let's see, where is the Cardano rollout phase? We are currently in the Alonso White phase. So from my own observation as well as from my experience in crypto, what people like to do is they buy the testnet, starting right here, and then when it comes to the mainnet, which is going to happen in September for Cardano, they sell. It's been an ongoing trend. I want you guys to observe that certain pattern as well. So whenever a certain crypto project does a testnet, look at the current price in the charts and see what happens during the mainnet. People will always sell. So here's what I see happening. Right now, I think last month Cardano already had one project that was live in the testnet. So for sure they're gonna have more projects in here being integrated, and then even more in the Alonso purple phase. So I do see people starting to pick up on volume again around this time in August, and then comes the staging part where Alonso red and black are like, playing together, and then when they announce the Alonso mainnet, that's when people will sell. They will sell and then buy back in the dip. I've been seeing this pattern all over and over again. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. So that's it for Cardano. Actually, wait. Let me show you where it's at currently. So right now it is at $1.16, and what I've been seeing is just it's been consolidating in between $1 to $1.40. I do believe that it's going to demolish this all-time high right here to basically I don't know, I'm predicting around like $10 towards the end of the year. That's just my own price prediction. I don't do a lot of that because, to be honest, I just want to understand the protocol itself and understand what other projects are building on top of it, because the protocol itself will bring in the money. Like, screw these prices right now, really, because they don't matter when a couple of years when this becomes mainstream. Like, these are baby prices right now, to be honest. That's just my own opinion, guys. That is not financial advice, okay? So overall, I do see this as just a big major discount, and Cardano itself is a big crypto project, and the New World Order is behind them, man. Like, they're all over Africa right now, more specifically in Ethiopia. They're revolutionizing their educational system, and soon all the other African countries are going to follow suit. And then comes Asia, then all of a sudden the whole world will get into the whole idea of using Cardano. All right, so let's get to some other news. So Bitcoin miners flocked to an upstate New York town for cheap energy. Then things got complicated. So these Bitcoin miners, they're actually creating a lot of jobs. And yeah, since China has been, kicking their miners out because they want renewable energy to be used more than non-renewable energy. They've been relocating their miners to other countries, and then the way I see it is just like it's like a Trojan horse, man. They're going in there, mining cryptos, and basically using that to create new jobs. Also buy out certain debts, so that way they can slowly own everything. Now let's take a look at this recent article. So yeah, this one was last month. Okay, this one is this month. New York town plans to ban new crypto mining operations for 90 days. So what the heck could happen in that 90 days? Keep in mind, ever since 2018, when Coinmint moved in this town, 150 jobs were created in the struggling town. So by them cutting this out, they're going to destroy these jobs right here. Okay? And basically that allows them to push the idea of, like, universal basic income, and also for them to be reliant on the government for help. But since it's only 90 days, a lot of things can happen in between. So I don't know what these guys are going to do for 90 days. But here's another thing that's happening in the background. Crypto lender Celsius confirms $54 million in investment in Miner Core Scientific. So the funding is part of Celsius' planned $200 million investment in Bitcoin mining in North America, according to the company. Celsius said that the investment would make it one of the largest U.S. investors in the Bitcoin mining industry. So, while they're banning people from being able to mine crypto or Bitcoin, they in the back are building the infrastructure. So, they're just being manipulative, man. They don't want people to get rich. They want their friends to get rich only. And so that way they can push that idea of a two-tier society where you have the major haves and major have-nots. So that is just my own honest opinion, guys. Do not take that as like serious advice or anything. But you know, if you do have your own opinion on this, you know something that I don't, that I'm not pointing out, please do share it with me. Comment on the comment section below, so that way you know we could work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, so that's it for that one. Jack Dorsey, Bitcoin will be a big part of Twitter's future. So basically, I don't know if you guys know WeChat. It's basically the one-stop app for China. Their citizens are basically using WeChat to not only be social with people, but it is also a marketplace alongside with like, yeah, it's a big marketplace. You can book hotels, book cabs, flights, buy stuff in there, sell stuff in there. Basically, you can do everything in that one app. And Facebook is doing the same thing with Facebook Diem. I mean, they already have their own Diem currency that's pegged to the US dollar, and they're going to be using that to basically do transactions within Facebook. And Facebook itself has already been doing a lot of upgrades. They've been integrating streaming in there. They also have their own marketplace, and of course, you can create your own business pages, create all these different groups in there, and it's also a social place as well. It's going to be the next big thing, and it's going to combat WeChat. And now Jack Dorsey is doing the same thing with Twitter. Okay, he wants to basically integrate Twitter with Bandcamp, Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo. Basically, having people a different way to earn money. Now, going back to that whole tip thing, Twitter is already moving towards that, but like you know, in a slow, steady manner. Right now, you're able to tip, let's see, not influencers, but content creators in Twitter with BAT coins. Sooner or later, it's gonna be more than just BAT coins that you can tip a person with. It's gonna be a bunch of other cryptos as well. So, and I do see more upgrades in Twitter happening in the near and later future, basically making it another big monster social app where people can do more than just social things. They can buy and sell shit, play games with each other. Basically, they just want to find a way where they can monitor people in one place. Okay, this is all about control, guys. And also, if you do like what you're listening to, press that like button. Also, share this video as well, so that way others are informed. And also, subscribe. All right, so here we have the people of El Salvador are protesting against the Bitcoin bill. For those that are not aware, in June, the El Salvador president said that it's going to make Bitcoin a legal tender, but you can't force that right away. You got to let the masses know, so that way it marinates inside their head. And in September, they're going to push this, basically making Bitcoin a legal tender. And what these people are doing is basically they don't want it. Why? Because the representatives who issued the statement argued that the new legislation would facilitate illegal activities, monetary chaos, and further damage the low and middle classes. And yes, I do believe that. Why is here? This is my opinion. When they do make this legal tender, the only ones that are able to like benefit from it are the ones that are heavily supported already. They already have the infrastructure necessary to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment. These low and middle classes, they don't have the support needed to basically have that infrastructure, so they're going to be left behind. And also, when it comes to programmable money, it allows the government to basically track everyone, whatever they're spending on, whatever they're using their money for. and that is not a. It sucks for these local businesses, because when you start a business, especially a bricks and mortar, it requires a lot of money. So in order for these businesses to survive, they got to do under the table stuff. So by moving the legal tenders from like fiat to crypto, they're gonna make it harder for them to basically start a business, their own business, which makes them want to move towards more to the big corp. And yes, sooner or later, these big corporations are gonna come take over everything, because they already have everything they need to basically function in the new economy. And yeah, when it comes to adoption, guys, it's not gonna be easy. That's why they're funding all these different celebrities like Elon Musk, rappers as well. Gucci Mane, was it Gucci Mane? Anyways, I can't think of the rapper now, and it's bothering me. It's two rappers, I think, no, three rappers. They made this song about vaccines, vax that thing up. But they're also promoting cryptocurrencies as well. And the thing is, when you have a celebrity or an influencer promoting a certain thing, you gotta understand that they have millions and millions of people following them. So if the people that they look up to is talking about certain something that the New World Order wants them to understand, they're gonna keep doing that. But yeah, in terms of adopting, El Salvador adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender, it's gonna take time for them to transition, but eventually they're gonna transition over, because people need to survive. All right, here we have KFC Korea and Triumph X Marketplace sign deal to develop NFT content. Now, when it comes to the idea of NFTs, they're not just digital art; they're moving, they're evolving actually. Some blockchain companies are actually using the idea of NFTs as a way to integrate gaming and decentralized finance together. And also, there are multiple blockchain companies that are using the idea of NFTs to basically tokenize real estate or cars, and basically making an NFT out of it. So that way, you know, people worldwide can basically own a portion of a certain house, and they already have certain games like Uplands that plays with the idea of that. You can have you can own virtual properties online and make money from it. And when it comes to the new economy, they are more heavily pushed in the what do you call it, developing countries, more specifically in the Asian continents, as well as African continents as well, because they want to make things an even playing field. So by the time they're developed to the point where they're in the same level as the West, I think that's when the West will just like catch up or play catch up, and it's not gonna make the, I mean, it's not gonna take them uh, a lot of time compared to the underdeveloped countries to integrate, because the West is already like heavily funded, man. Like the U.S., Canada. I'm not sure about the Southern American countries, but I do know the States and Canada are pretty well funded. I know because I live in Canada. I've been to the States as well, and it looks pretty clean, man. It doesn't look like a dangerous place to be in. Whereas in like developing countries, I remember going. I mean, when I used to live in Philippines, my parents would be weary of me like going out and stuff. They would keep telling me stories of how I'm gonna get kidnapped and turned into corned beef, because there's not a lot of regulations in there, so it's not really a safe place for you to be like doing the same things in the Western part of the world. And also, here's another thing that I find when it comes to the West versus the East. In the West side, I do see a lot of people more comfortable leaving valuables in, let's say, in Starbucks. But if you do something like that in, let's say, Philippines, trust me, people are gonna steal. They're gonna take your shit if you turn around even. But I'm not saying that it doesn't happen in the West. It's more occurring in the East more. You know what? I'm going on a tangent here. Let's see here. Colombia central bank launches blockchain bond project. So yeah, all these different countries, guys, are slowly moving towards the blockchain. And remember, next month, the U.S. Fed Jerome Powell is going to be talking about a digital dollar or CBDC, which a lot of these countries are going to have because they want programmable money that they can track so that way they can control the masses, they can control the population. Because whoever controls the money supply basically controls the whole entire world. And you know what? Let's see, what else do I have? Yes, Amazon is looking to hire a digital currency lead. So as of right now, we can't really buy from Amazon directly with our crypto. Um, they have to use a third party like, let's see, StormX, SDMX, Shopping.io, and then basically use that third party app to basically buy from Amazon. But you know, sooner or later, Amazon will accept the idea of cryptocurrency like directly, and they have already made multiple partnerships with blockchain companies like Ripple, IoTex, Constellation, VChain. So the infrastructure is there, guys. They're just creating this narrative right here to tell people, but I'm pretty sure they already have people on the list to hire for this position right here. But of course, you know, they could always use a helping hand because there's always those brighter minds outside of their company that is going to bring a lot of value to their company. And I do see a lot of that happening in Asia as well as Africa, where um, less privileged people have to rely more on their imagination to make something happen. Whereas in here, this is just my own experience too, guys. Um, People in the West are less inclined to use their imagination more because they already have everything. I mean, they have a lot of privileges already compared to the East. Like me growing up in Philippines, I didn't have a lot of technology. I went outside, played with my friends. We use our own imagination to basically find entertainment. Like we would play tag, make some stuff, and then when I move to Canada, that's when I started finding less incentives to basically use my imagination to create stuff. And I love creating stuff because it makes me happy. And the reason why I started uh, creating less things is because we had incentives to play with video games, which was super, super heavily pushed. And I'm not saying that I did not enjoy it. I did enjoy playing a lot of Pokemon, and as well as watching Dragon Ball Z, all those animes and TV. But yeah, I do see a lot more hungry people, not just in terms of food, but in terms of opportunities coming from the East more than the West. But anyways, that is all I have for this video, guys. I hope you find this very informative with what's happening in the world as well as cryptocurrencies. And please do press that like button. Also help this channel grow by sharing it around. Also press the subscribe button as well. I will come up with more videos regarding these topics. And if you do have any suggestions at all or anything you want to add to this video, please do just add it in the comment section below. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. We gotta work together in order to understand. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I wish you all a nice day.